Welcome back to Stories to Share. Today is the first Tuesday of 2021. With a great story from a friend that was submitted from the radio. Here's Gabriel Ruiz Lopez, and he brings us a story called The Johnson's Texas Farm and the Ladies. Ooh, that's a nice story with the moral at the end. I hope you're going to enjoy it because we're going to be talking about lateral thinking at the end with the moral of the story. The three basic aspects of being quick-witted, which is active listening, phrasing, and speed. You know, I always admire these people that are sharp and quick-witted when they reply. And this is a nice story that makes you think of that. And I will share more information about these techniques on one of the public speaking videos on Fridays. Oh, by the way, yes, we moved from Mondays to Fridays. So now we have Tuesdays, we have stories to share every Tuesday. And then Fridays, we have public speaking essentials. Everything that is related to public speaking and new techniques and new information for you every Friday. So keep this date in mind. Tuesday, stories to share. Friday, public speaking essentials. So let's get started. Let's get started with our story today. I'm super excited. It's our first story that was submitted by a guest, and I really hope you participate as well. Send your story. Let me know which story would you like to have it on our channel. Which story has inspired you? Which story has been transformational for you? Let me know, and I will bring the story to life right here on Gallery of Ideas YouTube channel. So let's get started with our story today. And it goes like this. Jack Johnson's Texas farm had been in his family for 5 generations. And the Johnsons had prospered over the years. And as the farmlands grew, they start slowly purchasing more of the lands on the surroundings, becoming a huge farm. At the point where Jack felt he owned his own country. On the south end of his property, there was a pond that very few people knew existed. The grandfather had planted fruit orchards near the banks of their pond. And Jack had fond memories when he used to be a little kid playing hide and seek between the apple tree as a child. On a summer day, Jack was feeling a little bit of nostalgia, and he decided to go down to the old pond to revive his memories when he was a child. It was a long time since Jack went to that part of the property. It was really long, many years that he didn't venture that south in the property to find a few apples ripe enough to eat in these last few weeks before fall. Jack picked up an old pail, hoping to find a few apples ripe enough to eat before the end of the fall. As Jack approached the orchard, his mind just went wild with amazing memories of his childish mischiefs and the sound of laughter of his youth. He was so immersed into his own memories and the laughters of his youth that he didn't realize the real laughter that was going on right there in front of him. By the time Jack realized the noise, he was within sight of the pond, and he saw 3 beautiful naked women inside the lake. Back a yard from where he stood, Jack noticed 3 bundles of women's clothing. When the 3 women noticed his presence, they went deeper into the lake until the water was touching their chins, and one of them shouted, "We are not coming out until you leave." "It's all right, it's all right. I'm not here to spy on you lovely ladies, nor am I here to evict you from my pond." Then Jack held up the bucket and he said, "I'm just here to feed the alligators." So, moral of the story, there is more than one way to skin a cat. Now, what do I mean by this? I mean there is always more than one ways to achieve what we want if we think creatively, if we leave a little bit the linear thinking and the logic thinking behind and open the door of possibilities to a more creative and a more abstract solution. So let's try to learn from observing people because experience counts so much also, but observing how people react and how they respond to certain situations. Remember the 3 basic aspects of being quick-witted: active listening, paying attention to the words and the situation at hand, phrasing, learning how to structure your words so it's relevant to the situation, and speed. Timing is everything. It doesn't matter how good your response is. If it takes too long, the conversation is killed. So remember these 3 basic aspects and check it out our video coming up this Friday, where we're going to be discussing about debates and techniques around debates, and also I will bring this topic on the video for you. So see you next time, and I hope you enjoyed the story. Ciao, ciao!